Hello, I am so glad to be with you again. Guess what? It's Wisdom Wednesday. Yes, it is. And I hope that you find this newsletter to be appeasing to you and enjoyable. And so I wanted to say, I know it's been 2 weeks since the last time we were together, but wow, that time seemed to kind of drag a little bit. But I'm glad to be here today. And so for those of you that may not know who I am, because we do have some new subscribers, yeah, I'm really excited about that. My name is Deborah, and I am the owner of Armstrong Empowerment Coaching. So today we're going to talk about boundaries. Now today is not going to be a day where I'm going to give you the whole full conclusion of boundaries and teach you how to set boundaries. It's just going to be a partial discussion on boundaries and what it is and what we can do to help establish boundaries for ourselves. More so, why is it important for us to establish boundaries? So, this all started when there was a day I wasn't necessarily having a whole lot of confidence in something that I was doing. And I was sharing this with a friend of mine, how I was just feeling like a failure, like I really didn't know what I was doing, not sure if this was the right fit. And I went on and on and on about it. And so one of the things that she said to me was, don't let anybody break you. Wow. I've never heard anybody say that to me before. I held on to those words and like, wow, that's so true. I can't let everybody or anybody break me. And then she also said, you need to know your worth. Well, for me, that was a very teachable moment because when people say certain things to me that I don't necessarily quite understand, then what I do is I start thinking about what lessons can I get out of that? What is this person trying to tell me or show me about myself that I may not necessarily see? So one of the words that came to me was the word boundaries. That I didn't hold on to my boundaries at that particular time. I let them go. And so there's a book that's called Boundaries that has been written by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. And they talk about the different laws of boundaries. And so one of the things that they say in their book is that when you're thinking about boundaries, boundaries pretty much shows us or tells us when to say yes, when to say no, and when to take control of our life. I'll say it again. When to say yes, when to say no, and when to take control over our life. So as I got into the book a little bit more, there was a law that they have, a boundary that's the law of respect. And I just want to read a little bit of that to you. The law of respect. One word comes up again and again when people describe their problems with boundaries, and that word is they. But they won't accept me if I say no. But they will get angry if I set limits. But they won't speak to me for a week if I tell them how I really feel. We fear that others will not respect our boundaries. We focus on others and lose clarity of ourselves. Sometimes the problem is that we judge others' boundaries. In other words, when someone is saying yes or no and taking control over their lives, they are establishing boundaries. They're not the bad person. They're just doing what I'm talking to you about doing for yourself today. So one of the things I like to conclude with is telling you is that it's okay to say yes and let your yes be yes. It's okay to say no and let your no mean no and be no. And it's okay to take control over your life. The reason why it's so important to do those three things is because you are learning to respect yourself. In other words, you are practicing the law of respect. Now, until we meet next time, I'll go more into this next time. I want you to remember, you are so marvelous. And I hope that you have a wonderful 2 weeks. And I don't know where you're from, but here it is very hot. So make sure you drink plenty of water and don't stay in the sun too long. Take care of yourself. That's a boundary. Taking care of your physical body and your medical self. And have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.